The day I got the promotion, I felt like I was on top of the world. I had worked for it for years, long nights, early mornings, sacrificing weekends and holidays to prove I was the best at what I did. When my boss finally called me into his office and told me I was being promoted to senior project manager, I could barely sit still. The pay raise was substantial, the benefits unbeatable. More than that, it was validation. I had finally made it. The first person I wanted to tell was my wife, Emily. We had been married for 7 years. She had been there through my struggles, through the days when I doubted myself. She had always said she believed in me. I couldn't wait to see the look on her face. I left work early, picked up a bottle of champagne and her favorite takeout, and drove home, my heart pounding with excitement. I had already planned the speech in my head, how I'd sweep her up in my arms, how we'd toast to our future together. But when I pulled into the driveway, something felt off. Emily's car was there, but the curtains were drawn, and the house was too quiet. Normally, she had music playing or the TV on. A flicker of unease crawled up my spine, but I ignored it. I stepped inside. The smell hit me first, cologne, one that wasn't mine. The second thing I noticed was the faint creak of the bedroom floorboards. Someone was in my house. I moved down the hall, my footsteps silent against the hardwood. My heart was hammering so hard I could hear it in my ears. I pushed the bedroom door open, and there she was, Emily, my wife, naked, straddling another man in our bed. For a second, none of us moved. Emily's eyes went wide with shock. Her mouth opened like she wanted to say something, but no words came out. The man, tall, lean, younger than me, scrambled back, grabbing for his jeans, his face full of panic. I didn't think. I lunged. My fist connected with his jaw, sending him sprawling onto the floor. Emily screamed. The guy groaned, clutching his face, trying to crawl away. Ethan, stop. Emily's voice was shrill, desperate. I turned to her, my vision blurring with rage. How long? I growled. Tears welled in her eyes. It's not. I didn't mean to. How long? She flinched. 6 months, she whispered. The words knocked the breath out of me. 6 months. For half a year, she had been lying to me, smiling in my face, letting me touch her, kiss her, while she was screwing someone else. I stepped back. The rage was still there, burning, but something else settled in, something colder. This wasn't going to end in a screaming match. This was going to end with her losing everything. I took one last look at her, the woman I had built my life around, and felt nothing but disgust. Then I walked out, because I wasn't going to fight for her. I was going to ruin her. I drove for hours that night, my hands gripping the wheel so tightly my knuckles turned white. The rage inside me was like a wildfire, burning hotter with every mile. 6 months. 6 goddamn months she had been sneaking around, smiling in my face, acting like nothing was wrong while she was screwing some younger guy in my bed. I pulled into an empty parking lot and killed the engine. My breathing was heavy, my mind racing. I could have beaten the guy to death back there, but what good would that have done? This wasn't about anger anymore. This was about revenge, and I was going to make sure Emily regretted every second of it. I spent the next few days planning. I didn't go home. Instead, I checked into a cheap motel, using the time to gather every piece of leverage I could. Emily had no idea what was coming. Step 1. Cut her off. Emily had always been careless with money. She had a job, but I handled the bills, the mortgage, our accounts. And now, she was going to feel what it was like to have nothing. I drained our joint savings, moving every last cent into my personal account. I canceled her credit cards, her gym membership, even her streaming subscriptions. Then, I froze our bank accounts. By the time she realized what was happening, she'd be trapped. Step 2. Expose her. I wasn't going to just divorce Emily. I was going to make sure everyone knew what she had done. I went through our home security system and pulled everything. Times, dates, even camera footage from the front door showing her little boyfriend sneaking in. I printed screenshots of their texts from our shared iCloud account, their messages filled with sickening pet names and inside jokes. Then, I put it all together in an email and sent it to her parents, her friends, even her boss. Because Emily wasn't just cheating on me, She was cheating on company time. Step 3. The final blow. I still had one last card to play. Emily didn't know that I was the one who owned the house. When we got married, she never cared about the details, never read the fine print. The mortgage was in my name, which meant she had nowhere to go. The day before I returned home, I called my lawyer and filed for eviction. By the time Emily realized it, she'd have 2 weeks to pack her things and leave. No money, no support, no home. She thought she had one. She was about to lose everything. 2 days later, I walked back into the house like I owned it. Because I did. Emily was sitting on the couch, her face pale, her phone clutched in her hands. The moment she saw me, she shot to her feet. "Ethan." I held up a hand. "Save it." She swallowed hard. I know you're mad, but we can work through this." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Work through this?" I gestured around. "You mean, after you screwed some guy in our bed for 6 months? Her lip trembled. "It was a mistake?" I cut her off. "No. A mistake is one time. This was a choice. Over and over again." She stepped closer, reaching for my arm. "I still love you." I pulled away, staring at her with pure disgust. "You don't even know what love is." Her phone buzzed. She glanced at it, and that's when I saw the panic flare in her eyes. She knew. The emails had been sent. Her parents, her friends, her boss. I watched as she fumbled with her phone, her fingers shaking as she read the messages. Then she turned to me, her face crumbling. "What did you do?" I smiled. "I returned the favor." She stumbled backward, her breath coming in short gasps. "Ethan, you ruined me." I tilted my head. "No, Emily, you ruined yourself." Her world was collapsing. And I didn't feel a damn thing. Thank you for listening to the story to the end. Please like, share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel.